There we go. Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're well. JT, you're on mute, I think. Oh, hold on. Standard JT with his technology issues. Hope everyone's well as we get ready for one of the usual Shark games against City, probably. Ryan Collins is in the chat. He says, it's him early. Fingers crossed we can. Matty Burrows says, evening, everyone. Johnny, I can't hear you still. Evening, everyone. Let's just try and stay in this game. Yeah. I'll take 4-0 right now, let's be honest. Chandra McDonald, that's a new name. Evening, hope you're well. Says, come on, lads, do us proud up the Clarets. Johnny's gone. Graham Catlow's in the chat. Evening, Graham, hope you're well. If you haven't already, please, can you share the stream so we get more people involved and things like that? That would really help. Facebook have made it more difficult for me to share it into pages, so there's not as many people on the stream currently. And what I will do, I'll just stop. I didn't realise I were doing the clap for Sir Tom, Sir Captain Tom, should I say. I didn't realise that, so apologies. So we'll just give him a clap. Hopefully JT sorted his issues out because he's back.
Can you hear that?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, my God. What a mental fit. Well, it's little one's birthday, isn't it? So we've just done all the cake and all that, but she's bought them shitting candles that don't blow out. So
what, them joke candles?
Yeah, so there's fucking smoke everywhere. Sparkler fell off cake onto the floor. Fire alarm's going off.
To be honest, I forgot it for Harvey's birthday, so fair play for coming on.
So I've just calmed it all down and sent them upstairs and got myself sorted. So apologies.
No, you're right. At least you're here.
How are we? You good, mate?
Yeah, good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, better.
Happy days.
Happy ready days. For a 6-0 thumping?
5, mate. Come on, it's always 5. Where's my remote? Right, where you at? I need to get the formalities out of the way.
Where am I at? I'm just all stood there at a minute, taking a knee.
All right, I'll pause it then because I'm ahead of you here. I'll let you know when clock's on. My clock's not on yet, so I'll wait until I pause it. Right, I'm going to pause it on 15. All
right, bud.
I'm on 15, so let me know when you're going down to 15. How far were you away?
Don't know. Score's just going on now. Right.
When you said rate, did you mean 15?
Yeah.
Oh, for God's sake. I expected like a countdown and right now 15
All
minutes.
right, sorry.
I'm just then I'm behind. Right. Anyway, Laura's in the chat. She'll be buzzing. Johnny's back. Matt Lawcock.
I've been on for a bit, have I?
No, you haven't. You've been away.
I've been ill, haven't I? So
yeah, I did say you were ill, but I didn't tell everyone why you were ill. I didn't know what the situation was with that.
Dreaded COVID.
Enjoyed COVID. Right, what you on now, mate?
60.
Right, sweet. I will pause it on 120.
My first beer as well. First beer in about 3 weeks.
I had a couple last night, not much. Right, 120 I'm on.
Right, I'll tell you. I'll count down. 3, 2, 1, go.
There we go. Idaho, right, sweet. Happy
Good
days.
start so far.
Yeah, well, it's 0-0 after a minute and a half, so I'll take that. Get your predictions in, everybody. Johnny, what's your prediction? We're going 4, 5, 6. What are we saying?
I think if I had to put cash on it, I'd go 4-0 City. But with the way a couple of results have gone for other teams, it's been a bit of a mad week, hasn't it? So it wouldn't surprise me if it were an 8-9-0.
Fucking hell, Johnny.
I'm not negative. I'm just being honest, isn't it? We seem to have this thing with City where we get battered every single time we play them.
Don't get me wrong.
I'd love nothing more than a 1-0 bend me header again. They'd be absolutely buzzing, but I just can't see it. And I mean the squad as well, depleted, isn't it? It's grim. Yeah, that bench is grim.
Pretty poor. It is pretty poor. Ryan Collins has gone for a brave 1-1. Kieran Phillips is in the chat. Evening, Kieran. Hope you're well, mate. And I'll try and be less controversial today, please. He says I've put £5 on 5-0 at 20-1.
He'll put 5-0 Burnley, though.
Yeah, probably. Hey, up. City are attacking here. Oh, fucking hell. It's already 1-0.
See, that's it.
Okay.
I don't think you can blame Pope there. It's just that's what I mean when we play these. We don't seem to concede them goals against anyone else. We play City, and I think it is a mental thing now.
Yeah, it will be. 100% it will be. It's going to be a long afternoon. Martin's in the chat. Martin McCavitt. He says, all right, guys, up the Clarets. Evening, Martin. Laura's predicted 9-0, but I know she's got a bet on Burnley. And I know there were a lot of people putting the bets on TurfCast earlier of putting Burnley on, and that was a nice way of filtering out the idiots, finding the people who'd backed Burnley for some very silly reason.
When you play City, you don't want to concede that goal.
No, it's what you want to do with City is you want to get to half time at 0-0, give them a game. Now the game's gone after 2.5 minutes. So
it's a shame as well that Pope's just done that, because it'll just rear its ugly head again. That people, he's got no.
Oh, nearly. Okay.
He's arguably one of the best keepers in the league for me. Is Pope, but when he does stuff like that, it's like, come on, fucking butterfingers.
Every keeper's got a mistake in him, to be fair, but it's at work or.
But remain positive. We knew what we were going to. Oh,
he's gone.
You there, mate?
Oh, you're back. Don't know whose connection's shit, man, or yours. It could be mine. I don't know. But you just disappeared then for a second.
Yeah, someone trying to FaceTime me.
Ah, fair enough. Darren Maloney says, "What do you think the score will be?" Darren's probably about 5-0 to City. Let's be honest, it always is. The first watch along we ever did, by the way, was away at the Etihad last season. That was the first one we ever did, and we got beat 5-0. So it set the tone really for the watch alongs. Let's be fair.
Yeah, like I say, I normally go to City. We work. One of his spies, he's a big City fan, and we've just been messaging him now. And he said, "I've been on some like 6 games with you, Johnny, and you've never been there at half time. I just end up going at half time. I can't. When you're 4-0, 5-0 down at half time, it's time to just go back to the bar, innit?"
Yeah. I remember that time we were 3-0 down or 4-0 down after like 16 minutes in the Owen Coyle, Brian Law's era.
Yeah.
I remember Jared, and those of you will know Jared from the watch along sometimes. I think he left after about 8 minutes when like the third goal went in. I just remember him standing up saying, "Fucking shit," and walked off. I've never seen anyone walk off that early before. One of my shittest flexes ever would be that I've stayed for the majority of that match. In fact, I've stayed till the full-time whistle.
I'm normally, if we're getting beat, normally an 80th minute man, where off to man as a summit. You know, like if you know you're not going to come back into it, when you're 5-0 down or something, 80th minute, I don't get them people who stay till end and clap them off.
Yeah.
I'm not saying like anything wrong with clapping them off, but I just don't get why you'd stay. So then, we've paid for my ticket. I want to get most of it. Fuck that. I
remember my dad used to have a job at the Park View. So what used to happen is we'd get to like the 75th minute and he'd have to leave every single week.
God.
He had to,
sorry,
he
mate.
had to be home at home. He had to be behind the bar for full time. That's when his shift started. So we'd leave on like the 75th minute, and once we were 1-0 down against Gillingham. I think it was like 97, 98, maybe a little bit earlier. And when I got home, I went straight up to my mate. So my dad went to Parkview, and this mate of mine were like, "Oh, Burnley were good today, weren't they?" I'm like, "What are you on about? They got beat." Like, "No, they didn't. They won 5-1. I looked and they turned around and absolutely twatted them. So I've never really left early since.
And you haven't spoke to your dad since either, have you?
No, fuming. He didn't have that job much longer, I don't think. Someone just asked where the banner was. Oh, fuck. I've just written it out and I fucking deleted it. I'm not really sure why, because I'm not going to edit it when it goes.
Tell you what, have you got lockdown hair? This is longest my hair has ever been. It's ridiculous. Man,
it's not as bad as it was first time, man.
I'm not shaved. I shaved it off last lockdown. I'm not doing that again.
Yeah, I'd look honestly ridiculous with a skinhead, and I'm sure everybody in the comments would agree with that.
I thought I'll shave my hair. I look like the Burnley Jason Statham. No, I look like I've fucking been on meth.
Burnley crackhead.
Yeah.
There we go. I think it was Matt that asked for the banner. There you go, Matt. You can have it. Yeah, and then we say he didn't want it. I've fucking done it, and he didn't want it. Forget it. It's there now.
Yeah, they want it off when it says 10-0 City.
Yeah. Oh, Jared, I didn't realise Jared was in the chat. He said it was only half time and he went to the Park View. That's not how I remember it, mate. For like 8 minutes. You went fucking shit and walked off. Joey Shirley's still going 2-1 to Burnley.
He's put what, sorry?
2-1 to Burnley.
I'll have what he's had to drink.
Yeah. Oh, it was Phil. Sorry, Matt. It was Phil that wanted the banner. I apologise, Matt, for slandering you like that. City are attacking.
Oh, here we go.
Well,
I'll tell you what, when you look at this squad now, it makes it even more frustrating for me that we haven't signed anybody.
Yeah. I've said it time and time again. When we have a couple of injuries, we are.
Don't get me wrong. I know there's like 4 players out. But even when we had all them players in the squad, you still wanted players to come in because we needed them.
Yeah.
So now we don't have any players that are injured, and it's like your likes of Mumbongo on bench. They're not going to pull up trees, are they? I know you've got to give him a chance, but
yeah, I know what you mean. There's nobody's coming
for me
changing that game. Nobody's coming off that bench and changing that game.
No,
we have limited options off the bench when we have a full squad.
But you know, it's one of them though. If they'd have said, right, it's like these now. If any of these get injured, we are fucked. I'm not saying going down the road, but it'll seriously. Oh, man, I'd have just put kids out against City. Fuck it.
Someone did say they wanted us to rotate a bit, keeping an eye on the Brighton game, but fingers crossed, Woody and Taylor will be back for that one anyway. So hopefully we are doing a bit of keeping them ready. According to Laura, I did see this stat, on Twitter earlier. I'll just put it on screen. Apparently, their bench alone cost 160 million quid, whereas our entire squad cost 110 million. Oh, come on, Pope.
Well, never mind. What rate? 160? Did you say?
Their bench, yeah, their bench alone
for an extra 40 million, you could have bought the full buddy club.
Yeah, I suppose.
That's levels, isn't it? There, that is when it shows how bridgy the gap is. Their defence cost the same as it did to buy Burnley Football Club.
Yeah,
it's absolutely mental how much these teams.
Yeah, I think someone in the chat earlier, I think it was Laura, did say that the money, like this sort of money, has ruined these sort of games or ruined football because these games are pointless and boring now.
They are. They're not if you first come up to the Premier League, but when it's like that age-old thing, isn't it? When you've been there for like 7-8 seasons and it's every single fucking year roaming away, it's like
it wouldn't bother me if we weren't just so sharp against City every year. Like we've just beaten Liverpool. You know what I mean? Liverpool were better than City last season, so we have. Oh, get up, you fucking girl! So we have got the capabilities to beat these sort of teams on our day, but it's never our day against City. It's always 100%, 1,000,000% theirs.
I don't think it helps as well. Like obviously, we outfat as a Burnley fan. If you were going on this game tonight in pub before, you'd be like, "Oh yeah, it's City cold." Means not. You'd genuinely fancy getting something out of it. When there's not there, you're just like every single person I've spoken to or messaged today has been, "It's going to be an absolute thumping," and I just can't see us scoring.
No, I can't. I think, well, like I said, as soon as they scored after 2.5 minutes, game's gone.
Yeah. I mean, that Villa game were a freak game, really, weren't it? Because that were a proper un-Burnley-like performance attacking-wise, because we haven't been like that all season. So a bit of a shock to the system, but it come crashing back down to earth against Chelsea.
Yeah, true.
Don't know, I didn't think we'd beat Chelsea, but I thought we'd at least get a shot.
Yeah,
we had one chance.
We were poor against Chelsea going forward again. Whereas
is Kieran Phillips in the chat, by the way?
He is.
Because is it Kieran who's been raving about starting Vidra and Rodriguez?
I think he has asked for it a few times. Yeah.
I like him to give his honest assessment of that strike partnership on 90th minute, please.
I mean, the obvious get out of jail card will be. The obvious get out of jail card will just be the playing against City, to be fair. But it'll be Woody back for Brighton, hopefully, because Woody will be
What's
back.
actually up with him? Is it his ankle?
I'm not actually sure, you know.
I don't know what it is.
Sure.
Someone will know.
Let me know in the comments. I do want to scroll up a bit, Graham. I have seen your comment. I was just me and Johnny were chatting, so I didn't want to cut it off. And normally I'd ignore something like this, but we're playing Bournemouth next, and they've just sacked Jason Tindall. I've not really been paying too much attention to the Championship, to be honest, but they're sacking Jason Tindall a couple of days before our game. Then we have a real chance now on Saturday. Is it when we play them Sunday?
A real chance? We're playing
midweek.
Bournemouth.
Midweek. Yeah, midweek.
Barcelona.
Midweek. I know, but you know...
It was a recipe for disaster, that anyway, are you in Tindall?
Yeah, I don't understand why you'd sack somebody and then employ somebody who has the exact same who's learned under that person. If the first person wasn't good enough for you, I know it's worked in the past, but not for me.
As an outsider looking in, it looks like he's fucking... I'm sorry, Eddie Howe, everyone knows what Eddie Howe can do. He's seen it at Burnley. The players he brought in, the way he tried to play football and stuff, it is good to watch when it's working. He just doesn't have that defensive knowledge. So if you're a manager like him, you need to get someone in with you, like who's a defensive coach or something. I think he needs something like that. And you could tell that Tindall I don't know. It just seemed dodgy to me how he ended up getting that job. Fuck him. I'm not. I went home and away a couple of seasons ago, every single away game, and he was the only person who never clapped the Burnley fans when we got beat or when we won. He never fucking come over. So fuck him, arrogant twat.
There we go. Jason Tyndall is an arrogant twat.
Yeah, sorry for the language, but I can't stick him.
You're right. To be fair, I know what you mean though, because as my toddler, excuse me, gassy beer this today, start shouting. I always remember who that striker we signed from Stoke, not Crouch. What was his name now? Jonathan Walters.
Yeah.
When we played against City in the FA Cup a few years ago, I think we went 1-0 up just before half time or just after half time. Ashley Barnes. Obviously, we ended up getting beat 5-1 as fucking usual. But oh yeah, well edited. Oh shit. But yeah, every single Burnley player came up to the Burnley fans that game, and he just fucking walked off, and I never forgive him since. So I know what you mean.
Yeah, it was Southampton away that sticks in my mind, and we got pasted, and it was an early kickoff, and we gone down, and everyone come over. They played crap, to be fair, and he was only one who just went straight down the tunnel, and I thought, you know what, fuck you,
indeed.
God, well, you got to see Lampard go in there, haven't you? Really?
You'd think so, with connections and all that, yeah. Be interesting. Hopefully he's not there before Tuesday. Which, by the way, thank you, Graham. I can't remember who put it in the chat. Who said it was on Tuesday, which is my birthday, my 33rd birthday. So I should know that.
33. Jesus.
I'm only like a year older than you are now. Are you 31?
No, 29.
You're 29. I thought you were saying that it was Robbie.
No, fucking no, I'm a foot.
What you were 29. Saying Alan?
No.
To be fair, a lot of things make sense now.
Go on.
I think it's self-explanatory, but I'm just warming your jets up. Oh, interesting, Johnny. Laura says that she's also 29. Don't know what the relevance is there, Laura, but thank you for that.
The same age, innit? 91.
Yeah.
91, best year to be born in.
You okay, Parker?
Well, it's settled down a bit, which I'm quite happy with.
Didn't we get to half-time 0-0 like last season or whatever? Not the home game. One of away games. We got to half-time 0-0. I remember being quite confident. Like, we got to 0-0, frustrate him, all that sort of stuff, and just turned it on. Just turn it on as usual. Good to see Robert Benson's name in the chat. How you doing? Hope you well, mate.
Go on.
Did you watch the Man United game last night, Johnny? There's a question here off Super Ninja.
No, I've seen the highlights, but I didn't watch it.
I've not even seen the highlights. Sorry, Super Ninja. I was working yesterday, so didn't get a chance. I was covering it for work. By that, I just mean making graphics. But we've got a corner. Hey, you never know. You never know. I'll quickly refresh the page and we'll do some scores in a bit. So just in a comment about the Leicester game. Well, there's only 2 games on and one of them's ours, so it's pointless to be honest. But corner for Burnley. Oh, it's just win that. Oh, at least it was a decent delivery. We've seen some shocking deliveries recently. Oh, yeah, fucking hell. What happened then? I just looked up and it was clean through.
He went to control it and completely missed it, did Lawton.
Yes, Sam, we are behind. We know we're behind. We do it. We have to, because I'm watching it on a perfectly legal. Oh, fucking hell, it's shite that. Streaming device. Johnny's watching it on his phone, also perfectly legal. Or did you get the Xbox?
No, I'm watching it through the iPad. I had to sweet talk the woman at EE. I've texted you, not tell you.
Oh, I don't know where my phone is. Honestly,
I only had BT through my phone contract. I couldn't be arsed paying for it. So I rang her today, rang them up and see if they could put it on. Because I wanted to get it through an app or something, like on Xbox or something. And she said, what I'll do is I'll upgrade it to a tablet. So I sweet talked her so I can watch it through iPad.
Get that old Tate charm on the...
Yeah.
Yeah, on the old... Yeah. Loves it. Loves the old bit of charm, does JT. Iheanacho scored for Leicester. So
they're playing. Oh, yeah, Fulham. Yeah, it's just come up here on Sky.
Fulham 0, Leicester 1. Oh. Bloody hell. Is that Burnley free kick?
Oh, yeah, he stayed down though, hasn't he? I think he just winded himself, just landed funny, hasn't he? Landed on his chest.
Well, hopefully it's not a rib injury or anything like that. Yeah, it does. Free kick to Burnley anyway. City tend to do well against our set pieces, though. I think John Stones has done well this season.
Yeah, he just needed that partner with him, didn't he? He was all right when he had company, but then when they had all these younger centre backs, it didn't work. So bringing in that Ruben Diaz seems to have worked for him.
Burnley waste the free kick, but at least they got a throw in. But it's Dwight's skinning people. Here we go. Oh, then he loses it. Never mind.
This is it. Look at that. How many is that? 1, 2, 5 on the break.
Yeah, that's obviously Pep always talks about transitions and shit a lot, doesn't he? And that's exactly what he's referring to.
What's up with Brownhill?
I don't know.
Not coming out about injuries anymore, does it? Before they'd say fucking hip injury or thigh. You don't hear anything anymore.
I think it's dash. I think it's always the same shot. It's always touch and go, back on the grass, all that bollocks. And just tell us what's wrong with him. Say he'll be back in 2 weeks. I fucking want to know that. Charlie Taylor's been touch and go for 3 weeks now.
I don't think Pep Guardiola is going to look at his team and go, right, I'm going to change my tactics because they've got Peters and Taylor. To be honest, I don't think it matters who we put at left back.
No.
They're not going to change it, are they?
I think we had Charlie Taylor earlier this season, didn't we? Someone in the comments will... well, according to Jared and Matt Lawcock, he's hurt his foot. Matt Lawcock says his brother said it looked painful and he wouldn't make the City game, which is a shame for him because I think they're all City fans, aren't they? But I'm sure he's played against them already. And Jared says, yeah, he's got a pain in his foot, but it's not a fracture. And yeah, Christine hears that. And Graham, thank you. Graham just says he's injured.
I'm sorry, a pain in the foot is an absolute pathetic excuse to an injury for a professional footballer. Unless you broke something, you got to play.
What it is.
Pain in the foot.
Could be ligament damage, I suppose.
Soft ass. Who was that keeper who played with a broken neck? And he's not playing because he's got a pain in the foot.
I don't know. Didn't Dejan Dublin once break his neck on football pitch and carry on?
He lost his arm, didn't he? His arm
lost his arm. His arm come off, didn't it?
Yeah, his arm come off.
I wondered why he always pointed with his left arm on fucking...
Yeah, that's it. His arm come off during the game, but he just threw it to the side and just carried on.
Yeah, Sam says Taylor's been touch and go ever since he went out. I've noticed that. He went from touch and go to back on the grass. And I always thought that touch and go was closer than back on the grass. And then Dash put him back to touch and go. I think he don't fucking know anymore either.
Fucking hell, West Ham's getting battered. Oh, it's women.
I'm going to say it's on
Chelsea, West Ham. Chelsea 4, West Ham 0. I'm thinking, I'm looking at names. I don't figure who the frig's England. Never even heard of him. Oh, it's women. Women League Cup.
England. Who's that?
Did you heard that Chelsea manager's comment on that being linked with Wimbledon job?
Been linked with Wimbledon job? No.
Have you not seen that? She's been linked with the AFC Wimbledon job.
No, I have seen that. Sorry, I thought for confusion. I thought you were referring to Chelsea Football Club then.
Well, she's a Chelsea manager, isn't she?
Yeah, Chelsea Women's.
And she said, basically, why would I go and manage a team, 5-team relegation in League One when I'm managing World Cup players and like people who's played at the top of the game. And when you look at it, you think, she's fucking got a point. Why you wouldn't do it, would you?
Because... Oh, shit. Sit here in. Oh, no, we've done... There we go. Squeezed him out. I don't know, though. Like, it depends how you want to do it.
I'm sorry. I'm with her on that.
You're going to make more money at Wimbledon, probably.
No, she said they couldn't afford her.
What? Really?
Yeah. And then there was the thing all afternoon on the Sky Sports and TalkSport. It was mainly TalkSport saying, if she went for a job now, what would the equivalent be? Do you know what she's going to compare Chelsea women's team with?
Yeah.
I think you got to look Championship, haven't you, really?
Yeah. If what? Wimbledon are League 2? League 1?
I'm not sure. League 1, I think.
So minimum Championship then. Can you imagine if she rocked up at somewhere like Forest?
I think, well, she's no donkey. She's a good manager.
I'm not disputing that. It would obviously be very, very interesting to see.
We're 21st century, aren't we? Times are changing. If you're good, don't matter your age, nationality, gender. If you're good enough, you're good enough. It don't matter, does it?
No, but the first one will obviously be a story for that reason.
Yeah, of course it will. Of course it will. But don't matter. If you're good enough, you're good enough for me. I wouldn't care less if we had a female manager at Burnley, as long as you're getting the results. That's all that matters, doesn't it?
Yeah. We're top at league. I won't give a shit. We've had his first comment on Twitch.
On what?
His first comment on Twitch. Ashton127727 says, "Go on, you Clarets." Cheers, Ashton, mate. League 1 Wimbledon, says Sam. Excuse me, I've just had a bite. Laurie makes a point, though. She'd be absolutely hounded as well if she wasn't successful. She would, but I think you've got to take that risk. It's the first person who have to take that risk. Okay?
You get hounded any time now, don't you? You can't do anything without being hounded now.
No. I mean, look at Alan Pace recently.
Yeah, but that's just all them fake accounts, in it, just bombarding him with stuff. But if you're going to put yourself on Twitter, you can't have it positive all the time, can you? As a chairman, because as soon as I'm never going to tweet him saying why didn't we sign anyone, but straight away you think, no, you've come in saying there's money to go. Let's
Jack.
Go on.
Yeah.
Let's do something about it. And to be honest, they haven't done out about it. I think the money that we're offering for Collins were derisory to begin with. Then you open up a bidding battle and then you just piss Stoke off. So then I tell you what, if you want him, get out. We want 15 million when he's only worth 8.
It's me and Simon discussed this on the podcast.
Yeah.
The problem with that is you alert other teams.
Yeah.
And look at Ben Davies going to Liverpool. I'm sorry, but Nathan Collins has far more potential than Ben Davies. Nathan Collins will be a very, very, very good defender in a few years. And we could have easily bought him if we bought him for 10 million, just as a ballpark figure, would have easily sold him at a profit later on. And I'm just a bit disappointed. I'm disappointed we didn't get that one over the line. But I just think I don't want to use the same old cliched excuses, but if you look at the bids that have been made in January, 7.5 million was one of the highest from a Premier League club.
Yeah.
So they've tried. They've just, for whatever reason, and I don't know if you've listened to the podcast yet, and if you haven't already, people in the chat, then feel free.
I have listened.
Have you? Then I did mention something about his comments about agents. That's the one that worries me more than not spending any money in January. His comments about agents, saying that I've said some things that disgust me, basically.
Yeah.
West with the ball in.
But another thing with that, I don't get why he's so surprised, because you look at where he's been and where he's come from. He'll have dealt with people far shadier, far dodgier, more pain in the arse than football agents, 100%. You don't come from the background he's come in and get wound up about agents. I found it a bit of a strange thing to say, because everyone knows what agents are like.
A lot of people were sitting in TurfCast comments and stuff and saying stuff like, "Oh, well done, you stick it to them, Alan." I was like, "No, this is
nonsense."
This is going to piss agents off. There'll certain agents now, because he'll have said that comment after a certain agent did something. That's what will have happened there. Now, that agent won't work with him again now, probably, because they'll be like, if you're going to start spouting shit, I'm not going to work with you. And then that agent could have 15, 20, 30 players. So I were a bit concerned about that more than the not spending money in January, to be honest.
I think that was just a comment, like you say, just to get people on. It's a very clever man. I think it was a comment to just get people to just, like you say, get on side. Get out. Good head.
Yeah, let everyone know your thoughts in the comments. We're having a few people on YouTube tonight, which is good to see. If you're watching on YouTube, please drop a comment. And annoyingly, that's the week that I haven't done anything on social media. Normally, I'm sticking links out left, right, and centre on social media, but with it just being me and Johnny, I've not bothered, and I've left my phone in the car, so I might stick a link out later on. So if you're watching on YouTube, just drop a comment. Phil says he heard it with Tarky's agent. Interesting. Matt Lowcott says Josh King would have been nice.
I think genuinely, but I don't think we're ever going to get it.
Oh, Josh King. No, I think it was an interest, maybe an inquiry. The agent would have said, "Yeah, but he's on $100,000 a week and he doesn't want to lose that." And then we'd have been like, "Okay, bye." That's my guess.
Don't get me wrong. That's one of them signings that straight away you get excited about. For me, for Burnley, I thought that'd have been an unbelievable signing. But there's always a part. There's always a part at the back of my mind where I think we're never going to sign him. No,
the fact that he's gone to Everton just shows
he was always going there, weren't he?
Yeah, it just shows how well thought of he is. Does anyone know the latest on the Love Bet? Obviously, they're potentially going out of business, aren't they? I've not heard anything, Joey Schilling, since the original thing came out.
Well, they said they're actively trying to find someone else to replace it, aren't they?
Well, obviously, we'll need somebody. I hope we get somebody, but it's going to be a shame because we're going to miss out on some dollar here, I think. Not sure how it works, if they still have to pay it through creditors or whatever.
I don't think we'll lose anything now. I think you'll get people. You'll still be able to find someone, won't you, to cover the costs.
The thing that worries me is I haven't bought either of the away shirts yet. So I'm going to wait till after my birthday, see if anybody gets it, mate. Fingers crossed. Hint, hint. Anybody watching, want to send, because you like TurfCast, so you want to send me a present, feel free. And now if I don't get it in time and they go out of business, I might not be able to buy one with that on. So I'll have to go on eBay and buy something because I don't want to miss out on one of the shirts. And then I'll have to buy 3 more with new sponsors on. So
I'm sure Sam will be able to sort something. You know what he's like, Mr. Shawbiz.
Says that all the time, but then as soon as I ask for a favour, he's always like, "Oh mate, oh yeah."
I asked him about Chris Wood last night. I said, "Oh, what's his injury?" Don't know. Like fucking hell, you're not in bloody court. I've only asked a simple question. He's more defensive than Tony Pulis.
He's not told me on that. Interestingly, I found out off another source about Matt Lawton's contract extension before Simon had told me. So I had
he's
to
losing his touches, Sam, and I've realised he's losing it.
So I think he's been under a bit of pressure off. Like maybe some people know that he's leaking shit. I don't know, but he always goes, "Oh, it's what you know what I'm like with my memory, mate. I just forget bollocks." If Matt Lawton turns around and tells you he's signing a new contract, you don't forget. If you don't want to tell me, I totally respect that. But
I've had people message me like through Twitter and stuff and done this saying if Simon mentions something, what Simon said. Genuinely, he tells me 0.
Yeah, he done. He used to tell me a bit more, but now he don't as much.
Yeah, at the end of the day, he's get out. It's good. He's there. They trust him, don't they? He cuts their hair and he does that. They have that personal friendship as well. And I won't tell all about my mates and stuff. You know what I mean? Personal stuff for a couple of likes.
It's one of them. He has told me in the past, but I've never. Oh shit! I've never put it out there if it's not allowed to go out there. I don't know if he's. Fingers crossed he's not watching because he'll probably get a bit pissed off if I'm saying that. I don't know. Oh well. I think you might be ahead of me again here. What you on? City corner.
34-15.
Wow, how's that happened?
I don't know, mate.
Yours must have jumped forward, or maybe mine's going a bit slower.
I don't know. I hadn't touched it, to be fair.
Right, I'll Laura in there again with dating experiences again. So Laura, is Hinge dating? I don't know. Is Hinge a dating app? Well, I guess you wouldn't know, would you?
No, the only thing I've ever been on was Tinder when that first come out, when I completed it.
Completed it. I've never even been on that. Plenty of Fish, but last one for me. Fucking hell.
Oh, Jesus.
I know that's a long time ago, that. Laura says, I was messaging a football agent off Hinge recently. I'll put it on screen so everyone can see it, those watching on YouTube. Oh, I put the wrong one on. Sorry. I was messaging a football agent off Hinge recently. I sacked it off because I got no gossip from him. Apart from that, he used to rent his house out to Vidra. Well, you missed out there, Laura. He's probably got a bit of dollar if he's rented his house out to Vidra. Fuck the gossip. Yeah. He's got a dollar. You missed out there. And she says, yes, it is a dating app. Kieran Phillips, I know, mate, you say this every week, but you know why we're behind, mate. You're like the main person that watches this now. You should know. Johnny, where are you?
I'm at home.
What? Stand up. Go on, stand up, mate.
I can't, otherwise I'll knock my setup over. Not my iPad's resting across. 35-45.
Oh, fucking hell. Let me know when you're on 36-10 and give me a bit of warning, please.
Yeah.
It's still 1-0 at 36-10.
I'm watching this through a legal BT app as well.
See, I am as well, maybe.
It's like with Amazon. When there were them games on Amazon before, us three were watching it, we're all on different times going through the same thing. Right, yeah. 2, 1. Sorry, I forgot.
No, it's all right, I've done it. 2 seconds is better than right.
Yeah, we're all watching it on Amazon, weren't we? And we're all like a minute difference. So how can that be possible? We're watching it through the same thing.
It's just when you're going through internet, innit? I don't know. I love Laura's little dating story. She says, he pestered the laugh out of me and he was ginger. I've got to be honest, Laura, I'm getting the vibe that you're too picky. He's a football agent. He's got money.
But he's ginger.
He might have been horrific. Not wrong with ginger. I used to be ginger. That's
why I said that comment.
When I were a baby. He was ginger when he was a baby. He's blonde now, so he'll probably do the same as me. So yeah, Laura, I think my takeaway from this is if you're turning down football agents that are rich, you're probably too picky. Unless he was a munter, which I understand, fair enough. Lee Dane,
this has actually been... Go on, Sarah.
Lee Dane says he's just seen Edison sat in the cricket field end with a pie. Basically, he's had fuck all to do.
But it has been better. I'm actually a little bit more positive after this past 20 minutes.
Yeah, well, we've started to look better, but City are coming forward now.
If I had to give that pretty stupid goal away, they took the way we'd have played so far.
Yeah, true. I'd have took a 0-0 at this point. I'm surprised Morris hasn't shot yet. He loves a goal against Burnley.
I've just actually realised something here.
What?
The day Harvey were born, I watched... Oh, for fuck's sake.
He scores every time against us, doesn't he?
Yeah, the day Harvey were born, I watched in hospital, Burnley City, and it's when Danilo scored that screamer.
Oh, yeah.
So on a birthday, they've played City again.
Yeah, I've just gone back into comments after that goal. Let us know what you think. There's 3 people that have put 2-0 before the goal went in. And it's two of them people, people that watch it very often. You know the rules, lads. Try and not do that, please. Especially when we're behind. But yeah, let us know your thoughts on that goal. It was just a well-worked goal from City, I think, really, that one. It's just the same old shit every time we play these, though, isn't it? At least he didn't miss it this time. Remember when he missed that absolute sitter at Turf? Yeah. That were funny, that. Oh, shit, I've edited it and fucked it up.
When they're on form, they are good, aren't they, City? I think they're better to watch than Liverpool on the day.
I'd agree with you, but I know Simon would disagree. He says City are boring.
Not when they're on form and it's one-touch passing and the way they break.
Lil Rice on YouTube's in the chat. I don't think we're going to come back, mate. Honestly, as much as you want us to, mate. 2-2, no chance. I think there's a lot of United fans watching this for whatever reason.
Because it's City, innit? And they want us to batter him. But
no, honestly, United fans should know that we can't do.
It's damage limitations now. Go on. Oh my God. That is fucking shit,
Vidra.
I'm sorry, that's bad.
That is that. Oh, he's offside anyway, but still.
No, Joe, it don't matter. You get very little chances against
he don't know.
City. He didn't know that.
He didn't know that. Then. That is
fucking bad.
Tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, Chris Wood would have scored that. Chris Wood would have scored that. Fucking hell. How was Vidra missed that, says Matt. Laura says, I can't be arsed for 90 minutes of this. Well, that's what me and Johnny are here for.
Unless that's what she's on about.
Yeah, probably is. That's probably what she's on about.
Yeah, that's what she means, to be fair.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's why. And I've said it from day one, so I'm not just jumping on the bandwagon. Vidra is a championship player at best.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Goes on about him. He's not good enough. He never has been, and he never will be.
No, I don't think he's good enough to start. I think he did well against Villa, and that's where he's at his best, coming on against tired legs because of his pace.
How many teams have there been before us that when Vidra on form at chat could have gone for him? He couldn't cut it with Watford in Prem. He's not good enough.
When we signed Vidra, we had a thing, didn't we, of signing the championship leading goal scorers. I think we signed him years in a row. But since then,
there's no Andre Gray, there's no Danny Ings, there's no Austin. He's an average squad player.
Charlie Austin would have buried that. Danny Ings would have took it around the keeper and buried it. Chris Wood,
he's a good. He's an all right squad player, but you wouldn't rely on him week in, week out.
No, I wouldn't. Look, we found someone who's actually behind our stream. Nathan Martland, he's behind us. The first person behind us on this stream.
I can actually see the turf from my window here, and I'm like 3 minutes behind.
Oh yeah, you're bruncher crew now, aren't you?
Yeah.
I've left them.
I know. Well, we're in the process, aren't we? So,
fingers crossed for you, mate. You coming here or somewhere else?
Just looking elsewhere at the minute. Can't afford to go where you are on gated premises. Jesus Christ.
It's not gated. I don't know.
Fucking hell.
I live next door to your colleague, so who I think you're his boss.
Exactly. It is minted.
Well,
Jesus Christ. £500,000 houses. Jesus Christ.
£500,000. You said this before. It weren't £500,000.
All right, sorry. 450.
450. It weren't 450. I'm not going to discuss my finances on the stream. I'll put it this way: I'm going to buy an iPhone outright next week. I'm not really. I'm thinking about it. I don't know.
And I'm resting an iPad on my daughter's miniature kitchen.
I love them kitchens, to be fair. Parker had one before we moved.
Before he got his own suite.
He's got a built-in kitchen to his bedroom now. He has a chef and everything, yeah.
Right, so who can we bring on? Let's have a look.
Nobody. Mumbongo. We can bring Mumbongo on. Brian Sample on YouTube says Man City looking for 5 at least. They normally get it, Brian, against us, let's be fair. Robert Benson says, I couldn't watch City every week. May as well watch chess. Interesting. That was going against something that Tatey just said. Nathan says he's only just watching the free kick now. He's still going on about that stream. Matt's on about bet fixing. I don't know what he's on about. And in fact, now it's gone a bit quiet. I think it's time to bring in a comment I saw from Kieran Phillips earlier. And he says he's asked it for the 3rd time tonight, so I think he's getting a bit pissed off with me for ignoring it. But I haven't seen it, Kieran, I promise. He says, I'll ask again for the 3rd time tonight. Johnny Tate, what are your thoughts on Brady's performance for the last few games? I'm already laughing because I can see your face already.
Outstanding. No, he's been No, he's not.
He's been poor. He's at first his final delivery, weren't it? And against Chelsea, it was Chelsea. He were very poor against Chelsea, but he were poor in a few games before that as well with his final ball. I'll admit
that his work ethic and stuff for me, I don't think you can argue with. I just feel like he's been one of them players that will always get picked out because he does have the quality where he can change the game and he can do something out of nothing. And he just hasn't been doing that. I mean, when we get a free kick on the edge of the box and he don't beat the first man, and we get a corner, and I get why people get frustrated because it's poor. But that's why I think people do get frustrated, because he can do it. He does have that talent, that capability to do that kind of thing. For some reason, I don't know. It's just he's had a lot of injuries as well. I don't know if he might just one of them players now that's it. He's, you know what I mean? He's no donkey. You don't play for your country that many times and captain them, and be it with the World Cup or the Euros where he scored that header against Italy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's no donkey. It's just, I don't know. I just think it's just finally caught up with him. He can't do what he used to be able to do.
It's weird though, isn't it? Because he came back into the team after his third or fifth injury, and he did all right at first, because there was that famous stream where you were sat there saying, "I'll tell you what, my favourite season this season," which is obviously why you get grief about it. And then after that, he played all right for 3, 4, 5 games, but then he just went. He's gone poor again, and it's his final ball. Yeah. Every single time, it's the final ball that lets him down. But against Chelsea, it was pretty much everything that let him down. He weren't tracking, he weren't doing anything. There's that famous quote that the Athletic journalist put up where Darcy said, "Brady, switch on," and he's like, "I know where he is, I just can't fucking do anything about it." So
yeah, but I don't know why. That's Chelsea. Another thing. What I don't. I'm a bit. Well, not. It doesn't matter to me about it. But the comment that'll get said 5 or 10 times a game by players when they're playing teams like Chelsea and stuff. I don't know why it's been picked up and made into something, to be honest. But he is a
particular reporter. But,
yeah, when he first come to Burnley, obviously the free kick were against Chelsea, weren't it, at the turf?
Yeah.
And if we get a free kick on the edge of the box now, you probably wouldn't want him standing over it. But when he first come, you'd want every set piece him to take.
I'd rather
he's lost that pace. He's lost that thing from dead. I don't know. I just think everything just caught up with him recently. But I still think he's a good player. He's just out of form.
He's definitely out of form at the minute. I definitely agree with that. And he started well. Anyway, it's half time. So let us know your thoughts on the first half. Burnley 0, Manchester City 2. Pretty much what we expected, really. Probably 3 more goals to come from City in the second half. Fingers crossed, we can actually not concede 5 against them this time. But let us know your thoughts in the comments of the first half.
Well, for me bet, I need Mahrez to score and Peters to be booked, and then we're laughing.
So what is your bet? City to win.
Sterling to score, Mahrez to score, Peters to be carded, and 3+ goals. So
fair enough. Your thoughts on the first half, then, Johnny? You're just going through the motions against City, aren't you?
Yeah,
I guess?
It's as expected. I thought I don't mind us getting beat, but when we concede that first goal, that's what you find frustrating. But it's as expected. I thought, though, to be fair, when that first one went in, I thought, here we go, be 5-0 at half time, and it isn't. So I suppose it's positive to take out of it. We just don't want to get pasted the second half. If it finishes 3-0 or so, you'd be like, yeah, it's an improvement.
I'd took 3-0. Yeah. I know we've pulled away from the relegation battle, but we are still in the relegation battle, and we don't want a ridiculous goal difference score now. You don't want a 5, 6, 7. You don't want that.
You don't want a 9-0.
Yeah, definitely not, because we've been recently until Newcastle won a couple of games. We kept creeping above them because they're lost, because their goal difference will get worse than ours. Now, if we get beat 5-6-0, then obviously Newcastle's goal difference will be far better than ours now.
Yeah.
You need a wee? Yeah. Okay. Right, well, it's half time. Parker's just told the entire world he needs a wee. I'll go and let him have a wee. I'll take him to the big potter, and then we'll be back in time for the second half. I'll get a beer. We'll be back 3 or 4 minutes before first start.
Yeah, I'll stay in the chat this time because it never works normally when I come back. So I'll just leave it.
Worries. I'll just mute you, and then I'll put something above the screen so nobody can see any of us. But thanks, and we will be coming back for the second half. Right, we are back. I know I said I'd be back a couple of minutes for the second half started, but I ended up getting him ready for bed, so it happens.
It's always hard work when you've got 4 floors.
Fuck off. Fuck off. There's only 2 floors, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, I was in the West Wing, Johnny. That was the problem.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, let us know, everybody. Thoughts on the second half? Whether you think you're confident? City literally attacking.
Just one sec.
JT's gone. I'll mute him. He always forgets to mute himself. There we go. Good to see Johnny's in the chat. There you go. Johnny, well done on being in the chat and talking to people. Simon's here. Says, yes, boys. Yes, Simon. Hello.
Right, big dog.
Anyone predicting anything in the second half from Burnley, obviously? Let me know your thoughts. Can we keep it down to 4 this time? Is it going to get to 5, or could we do a Southampton? No, I think is the answer to the last question. Southampton, that's got to be pretty poor. That the fact that they keep doing that just shows how bad they are at the back. I think. Simon says we're going to win 3-2. Not a chance. Not a chance. Do any mouths, mate, and put a tenner on it. Phil Tricks Wilcox says has it been 2-0 at half time, the last 3 and all ended 5-0. I think it has. It's in around there. Isn't it?
Joe, have you muted me or something? You've gone quiet.
No? Am I quiet? Let me know if everyone else can hear me.
You're all right now. I can hear you now.
Probably because I moved that. I don't know. But yeah, I could hear you turning it up. I wondered what you were doing. Lil Ras says we need to lash the ball forward and hold, but that don't work against City, mate. Nothing works against City. But it's better than doing that. Oh, fucking hell.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ, indeed. Burnley giving it away on the edge of the box, as usual. Joy Shilling says 3 massive goals for Cork. Simon, I tell you what, mate, while you're in the comments, can you share it in all groups? Because it wouldn't let me do it earlier. I think that's why numbers are shit. And also to all the people watching, if you haven't already, please share it. I've not been sharing it on Twitter today because it's just me and Johnny, so I didn't want to just spend 15 minutes doing that. I just leave Johnny to it. Joe Clark says, do you reckon we've got the record for being beaten 5-0 by one team most? I don't know, to be honest with you. Probably most in consecutive games, sorry. Having said that, does the Carling Cup game early in the season count? Because that were 3-0, weren't it? I can't remember. And then there's obviously the 1-0 a few seasons ago at the Turf. So I don't know. Phil says yes, but actually Phil's answering a different question. It is on BT Sport, Lewis. Yes, it is on BT Sport. BT Sport 1 HD live. In fact, yeah, Johnny, your thoughts on the second half? Just sit it out and then get to Brighton.
I'd never like to sit a game out, but I'd just like to have a couple of chances, something to get off your seat about, and don't ship 6 goals. But I don't know. You just resign yourself to these kind of games, don't you? It's weird. City, you just resign yourself to a 4-5, sometimes 6-0.
Yeah. I'd have took 4-0 before kick-off, just so it's not far.
It depends how you play as well. If you literally don't lay a glove on them and you're fucking shit and you're really, really bad, that's when you get annoyed. But if the performance, you think, nah, actually try it.
Oh, here we go.
Give it Mahrez. Give it Mahrez, you greedy sod.
Is he in your dream team by any chance?
No, I've got him on my bet.
Oh, yeah, you haven't you?
Not that I want City to openly go and score goals, but I prefer a couple of £100, to be honest, than watch that.
Would you prefer a couple of £100 or 3-2 Clarets?
A couple of £100.
Good,
why not?
Oh, have you got it? Have you got it on big telly?
Look at that. That's how we're talking. That's how we're rolling now.
Look at JT's setup, everybody. That is insanely good. Beers and everything. Well done, JT. Mine's nowhere near as good as that. Mine's literally... It's on a box of shirts, and then there's a TV there as well. There we go. That's how sharp this game is. We're chatting about the setups. Thanks, Simon, for sharing. This is what you paid the big bucks for, mate. This is why you're the co-host. The City attacking again now.
They weren't happy when you called him friend and not co-host on the podcast.
I know. Good friend. I didn't call him good friend. I've been demoted.
I watch the YouTube ones now. I don't watch it. I don't listen to it anymore, really. I can't even fucking talk. I watch it through the YouTube one. And as soon as you said friend, they looked up like co-host. Like, fucking hell. Got well angry.
Joey Shilling says the question is it a box of match-worn shirts or just shirts? There's one match-worn shirt in there, but it's from Bradford City, not Burnley. I have Sands shirts in there. I've got an Ian Wright Sands shirt. I've got a Sands shirt from a couple of seasons ago, but no match-worn shirts, buddy, unfortunately. Simon's your man for match-worn shirts. He has a few match-worn shirts. And he just nips round to Tarky's house and he throws a yellow shirt at him.
I won't mind Tarky throwing a shirt at me.
In a very different way as well. Are we going to get a shot on target this game then?
Here we go again.
This game?
Well, we should have had a shot on target, but fucking Vidra hit it wide.
Yeah, well, it's not off target then, isn't it?
That's what I'm saying, we should have done.
Oh, I thought you said we did have, but he hit it wide.
No, I said we should have done. That's why another reason why I'm surprised we didn't get that Collins. Because everyone's going on about that Tarky's going to leave. You thought you'd have got him in now, bedded him in for half a season. Because that's what you're looking at, aren't you, really? That's the reason we're getting him to replace Tarky.
Tarky is 99.5% leaving in the summer. Leicester or West Ham, probably Leicester, are going to come in. He wants to play for a club in Europe, which is fair enough. He's good enough. And he wants to be in the England squad. He's not going to get the England squad while he plays for Burnley. Southgate's made that quite clear. So I would be, like I said, 99.5% sure that he's leaving in the summer. So the perfect scenario would be, like you say, get Collins in. These beers are very gassy tonight. Get Collins in, learn from Ben Mee and Tarky. Then when Tarky fucks off, get him in and everything's fine. But now we're going to have to sign somebody and put him straight into first team squad because Kevin Long ain't up to it. So we've what's the word? We've made things a lot harder for ourselves next season already by not bringing people in. But it's one of them, isn't it? Like we used to invest in the squad after selling players. We haven't sold players. Oh, Poppy, good save. We haven't sold players. So I think that's part of the reason why we're not investing, but that's a different debate. Joyce Shilling says, I'm fuming. Fuming you have a signed Rarty shirt. I have a decent collection of match-worn shirts, though, man. Not quite up to SARS amount, though, I presume, although Tarky, Loughton and Peters are recent additions. You'll have to let me know you get hold of these, Joey, because Simon gets hold of them like cutting their hair, and he ain't cutting anybody's hair anytime fucking soon. So if you're one of them people that hangs outside the turf to get a shirt, I can't be arsed with that. But you'll have to let me know if there's a way of doing it. Because I
once won a pair of Matty Taylor's match-worn boots at a work Christmas raffle. I mean, the Bob Lord thing underneath.
Yeah, centre spot.
And I put them on, and I ran and slid across the dance floor, and completely scratched it. Big kickoffs. They weren't happy with Burnley. And if you actually go now in that thing, there's it's still there, massive gouge all the way across the dance floor.
But you did it in the boots.
Yeah, I put the boots on. I had a few beers at work too. I put them on and I skid across the dance floor. Matty Taylor's worn boots.
You've just reminded me. I do have a pair of Ashley Barnes match-worn boots in the attic at the old house. So there you go.
I don't know what I do. I give them to someone were raffling, like doing a raffle for charity, and I just donated them. And then I'm going to do what with them.
Well, I've been like that. Honestly, I put them in my attic about 3 years ago, and a roofer went up recently. Are these your football boots, mate? I went, football boots? What are you on about? And he pulled them. I'm like, oh shit, yeah, I forgot about them. So I didn't even. If I ever have an office like a studio TurfCast, they might look good in the background, so I'll keep them for that. But I nearly did donate them before I started doing TurfCast. Simon says he's going to my old house tonight. It's locked, mate. I hope it's locked anyway. Simon must know I have them. I got them at Simon's buddy Simon Townley opening do. I've won a raffle similar to JT, but I didn't ruin any dance floors.
He were there. Imudut's food with Imudut's trumpet. He were fucking kicking off like mad.
Fuck off.
Oh.
Chris Gibson. Hey!
No! Why did he surround it?
Oh God, yeah. Yeah. I used to work at Turf, so I used to work. Chris Gibson used to be my boss back in there. There was him and another guy. Chris were all right. I used to think Chris was sound. The other guy was a bit of a dick. Don't know his name. Oh, VAR.
He's not offside there. I didn't think he were. That's not offside.
Fuck's sake.
I didn't think that were offside.
I forgot about VAR.
But I tell you what, that fucking Chadham's one.
It's bullshit, isn't it? It's only his hand that's offside.
That, you look at it, you think, he's probably onside there. But if you're giving it for that hand, that is an absolute joke. If you don't,
look, it's the same here. They're giving it for the arm.
If you're disallowing a goal because the hand is offside, it's a joke. I'm sorry, it's bad. It's so wrong.
The Che Adams one was ridiculous yesterday. Not yesterday. Were it yesterday? I don't know.
Yeah. How can you disallow a goal for a hand being offside? It's a fucking shambles.
Phil says, what's happening? City have scored, Phil, to make it 3-0, but it was given offside. Now, VAR checked it. It looked to be onside, but when VAR drew the lines, it was offside, according to VAR. Come on, bring him down. Burnley are attacking now, Phil. Burnley are attacking, but, someone's offside. Fucking hell.
Well, everyone will be going, Chris Wood, he's always offside. Shot videos off, and no one said out.
You're not giving him a chance, mate. If I go on Twitter now, it'd be like, okay, no, I've not been on Twitter, actually. Like I said, I've still not put the link out on Twitter. If you're watching on YouTube, please comment so I know you're watching on YouTube. We're trying to build the YouTube channel up, so if you are watching on YouTube, please subscribe. And eventually, these watch-alongs will be on YouTube. Not just YouTube. I might still put them on Facebook. I've not decided yet. But subscribe to the YouTube channel, just so you know. Robbie Lindsay's in the chat. Evening, Robbie. Hope you're well. He says, what's that bottle? Tsingtao? It's a Japanese beer, obviously, as it sounded like that. After having my Cobra, and I've got one more left in the fridge.
Someone's been to three for £5
exactly
at Tesco, aren't they?
I have. I love it. It's the best deal around. They're big bottles, man. They're huge. Like, what's this? 640ml. You get a lot of beer for your money there. You get a lot of beer for your money. But yeah, that is the best deal around. The closest shop to me now is a Spar. It's shit. It's like 4 tiny bottles for like 6.
Yeah, it's bad, isn't it?
It's like,
I used to live up that end, and that Spar's fucking terrible. It's a pain in the arse to get in and out of as well.
I know, they've sort of got that one-way system in it. It's bollocks.
Yeah, it's shart.
So there you go, Robbie. That's what that bottle is. Sammy Darnell's in the chat with Joey. I think that said it before. It's always good to see a romance blossom in the TurfCast comments. Mrs. buys them from charity auctions. There you go, Joey. That's why she's joined it, to give you a bit of grief. So that TurfCast romance in the comments is a TurfCast domestic. You two.
Oh dear.
Simmer down, you two. Come on, let's not start fating in comments. Although it would be good. It's a good little thing to watch.
Sofa sleeping.
Sofa sleeper, or whatever you used to fucking sing. So yeah, if you are watching on YouTube, please feel free to subscribe. If you're watching on Facebook, go over to the YouTube and give us a subscribe, please, because we're on the road to 1,000 subs. That's when the books start rolling in. Say books, I'll probably make about 1p a video. Anyway, City attacking again. Mahrez has got the ball. Here we go. Mahrez's goal defended well by
Good defending that.
Jack Courtney, isn't it?
Yeah.
Joanne Burrows says, "Hello guys, just got in from work. Has it been our usual Man City performance?" Yes, Joanne. Yes.
I think it's been slightly better than normal. I'll be honest.
We've done
nothing.
We're not 3-4-0 down, which I suppose we are at this point. But there's been nothing going forward again. I think we've done all right getting in shape fast. I think that's how City screw us over. The transition between them not having the ball and them having the ball is so fast that as soon as they get it, they're in pretty much, which we saw a few times at first half. It could easily be, Joanne, 4-0 already because they've had a goal disallowed for millimetres. And didn't they miss something earlier on? We should have scored, to be fair. Vidra's had a chance. But he lashed at it, and he was offside in the end, to be fair. But he should have buried it. He should have scored it. Robbie Lindsay says, "Do you know who would change this game?" Mumbongo, but I think he's taking the piss. I would presume he's taking the piss.
He got linked with some championship teams, didn't he, in the window?
You know what?
Who's from the championships watched him and thought, "Yeah, I need him on loan"?
You know what? I don't want to sound harsh, so I didn't say it, but I do agree with that. But if we should have had, I kind of feel like we've not failed him. That's not what I'm trying to say. But if we had enough squad depth, he should have gone. He should go to that champion. That would have been so much better for him than sitting on the Burnley bench for 6 months playing in the championship. He'd have been
Depends who the club is, doesn't it?
I guess so, but you're still playing against the same teams, aren't you? It's probably going to be somebody like Rotherham and stuff. I don't know who it is. It was his toe that was offside, according to Burnley FC latest. Looked like his arm on the thing, but I've not seen any stills or anything, so I can't comment after that. Fulham score, says Phil. 2-0 Leicester, says Graham. I'll just give it a check. I'll just double check for you guys. It still says 1-0 on mine.
Yeah, it's 2-0 Leicester.
2-0 Leicester. There you go. It is 2-0 Leicester. So the be-all and end-all is Fulham aren't getting anywhere closer to us, so we're still going to be 8 points that we are now.
I genuinely forgot. Go on. Oh, God's sake.
I think I'm a bit ahead of you again.
I forgot Goodmanson were playing.
Yeah, he's been quiet, to be fair. He has been quiet. And for all the stick
that there, I'm sorry. You've got to get that on target. That's the thing with Vidra. He needs about 50 chances to get one on target.
Elliot Horner says, "We've had a shot." Dirk says, "How did Liverpool lose to this?" I'll tell you how, mate. We fucking beat you. See in a bit. I presume he's a Liverpool fan. I don't know. Basically, Dirk, City are better than Liverpool, and they have been all season. And I think look at that. Attempts 1 to their 10, 0 still. It says 1 attempt, though. Surely we've had... Did we not have one earlier? Oh, it was the video offside, weren't it? That's our first shot. That's fucking bad. Few people saying, after Robbie's comment, saying get Mumbongo on for Vidra. I'm not sure what Mumbongo could do here, to be honest with you guys. He's just a faster Vidra, really. Oh, we need Brighton to lose as well. That's another game we need to go in our favour. Brighton are playing tonight. We need them to lose. Fulham are losing though, so that's good. Brighton are away at Liverpool. Brighton are going to lose. Leeds are playing Everton, Villa against West Ham, and as just mentioned, Liverpool-Brighton.
My uncle's just messaged me. Vidra has been decent tonight. He's got to be on the wind-up.
Is he watching?
I don't know. I just messaged him. I think he's online. He's got to be. Unless he's watching a different game to me.
Yeah, he might be watching one from his Derby days. Leicester have scored, according to Simon in the chat. So it's Fulham 0, Leicester 3, if he's correct. It's not come up on my screen yet, but Simon's probably watching it live. In fact, no, he won't be watching this morning.
But it's one of them. With Vidra, obviously, get out. You can actually say, well, he's had a couple of chances. Rodriguez hasn't had one. He's been very bad as Rodriguez.
Yeah, again, I forgot he were playing, similar with JBG. Yeah. James Smith has literally just put get J Rod on. I don't know if he's doing that to say he's been quiet or he just totally didn't realise he were playing.
I think that's the thing. As a Burnley fan,
he's not done a lot. He has not done a lot, Joanne.
You automatically pick on, you have your players, don't you? And I'm scared. I do it all the time. You have a player, and no matter what they do, you always criticise. But I think if you compared Vidra to Rodriguez, Vidra's offered more than Rodriguez this game.
Tonight, definitely.
It's a strange one, isn't it, with Rodriguez? I don't know. I think if he didn't have the Burnley connection, he would get slated week in, week out.
I don't know. I do think he's. I do like him with Chris Wood. I think Jay works well with Chris Wood because Chris Wood's on the last shoulder of the defender, and Jay will drop into that sort of like number 10 role, pick the ball up, get it out wide. So I do think them two work well together. Just maybe he doesn't work with Vidra at all. Maybe I'm being harsh as well because it is Man City at the end of the day. He might have just had a bad game or been marked out of it, whatever. But he's been quiet tonight. Is definitely
every time I've seen him playing, he's played his best football. He's always been kind of out wide left as well as Rodriguez.
Yeah, James Smith says never noticed he was on. Thought he was just playing up top with. Thought Vids was playing up top on his own. So that pretty much just sort of like says exactly what we.
Yeah, he's always played his better football for me in the wide left position, rather than like an out and out striker.
So, 23 minutes left. It's still 2-0. Burnley FC latest in the comments did say, I'd snap your hand off for this at full time, and I agree. Whether it'll finish 2-0, I'm not so sure.
They just have that capability where they can score like 3 goals in 5 minutes.
I know, it's out as well.
70th minute, you're thinking, it's not too bad. 75th minute, you're fucking 5-0 down. Wow, what fun.
Yeah. It's happened plenty of times, to be fair. And they always score a screamer against us, and they haven't yet. Like you said, that Danilo one not long ago. Mahrez has scored a couple of screamers against us as well. So I'm expecting one to go at top bins from fucking halfway line, like usual. James Smith says, let's just keep it at... Oh, fuck off. Going on about the weather. That's all they go on about when they talk about Burnley is the weather. It rains everywhere.
This pushes the narrative, doesn't it, with a new store?
Exactly. It's boring. It rains everywhere. Manchester's the worst for it. In Manchester, it rains every fucking day.
I'm surprised. It's only because it's a night-time game. They haven't lifted the camera up and shown all the mills and make it out like we're fucking riding horse and cart round. That's the thing I'd be doing if I were Alan Pace. Move the camera on top of the bob load so you can't constantly fucking look over there.
I've said that. I think I said that on the first podcast. Look, I hate to give Blackburn credit for anything, and I stopped short of saying they did well. But when Blackburn were in the Premier League many, many moons ago, the camera used to be on the top of the Blackburn end, the big side one, because they have the 3 big ones.
Yeah.
The big side one.
Left of the away. Oh, get out. What a tackle that is.
Yeah, left. Get up, you fucking cheating bastard. Fucking cheating prick. Who was that? Jesus. Fucking went down like a sack of spuds. Pathetic. Get a grip. Kick him. I hate it when they do that, these fucking big teams. Pathetic. Anyway, Blackburn moved the camera from the big stand to the little stand. So you're not looking at the shitty little stand anymore. You're looking at the very nice big stand. And it makes Ewood Park look better on telly. That's what we should do. I agree with that. Well, one of the things I would be looking at doing is redeveloping them 2 stands. Before someone says, we don't fill it now.
Oh, you're not giving a penalty for that, is he?
I doubt it. What, is he looking at
a penalty? They've got to give that as a pen. I'm sorry, they have to, don't they? After what some of them's been given, that Bednarak one, and
yeah, but that's not a pen. Let's not give it.
Corks off.
Simon says it's a pen for him. Is he not wind up or what? That's never.
No, I'm with Simon. If you look at what Bednarak and Louise got a penalty for, that's a penalty.
The Louise one, I get, and it's harsh to give him a red, but it's still denied a clear goal scoring opportunity.
Joe. No.
It's not a red, but that was just an out and out fucking dive.
It weren't a dive. He kicked his standing foot.
The Louise one, I can see why it's harsh, but I can see why it's given as well. He stopped a goal scoring opportunity, and I've not seen the Bednarak one, so I can't comment on that one. Robbie says dive. Stevens is the answer to our prayers, said nobody ever, says Joey Schilling. I don't even know how to pronounce this guy's name. Gicky Metrod says, bollocks to that. I love the view over the Bob Lord. Yeah. We need to get rid of that narrative, though, mate, is what me and Johnny are saying. Simon says, Man U pen last night. Barely a touch in VAR. Give it. Tarky looked to kick him for me. Yeah. Just because there's one's been given and shouldn't have been given, I've not seen it, so I can't comment.
What you are doing
doesn't mean that we should be giving ones.
That's
like that.
I'm a Burnley fan, but that's a pen.
I don't think it is. I'll have a look.
If that were the other way around, you'd be screaming for it.
If it all the way around, it wouldn't have gone down.
It would.
Chris Wood wouldn't. Chris Wood wouldn't have got the ball. Vidra would have fucking done a chop and then missed. Barnes wouldn't have got there. J. Rod would have been up bench. Christine Lonsdale says VAR rarely goes against a ref's decision. And there is that pattern, but they obviously do overturn them. Robert Benson says would have been a pen on VAR, but they don't half make the most of the slightest touch. I think a lot of the time as well, if you go down genuinely rather than doing that, then it can work. It works in your favour on VAR. Surprised to see a few people saying it's a pen, but that's what football's all about.
Look how deep the strikers are. Fucking, we're picking. Rodriguez has had to come halfway into our area. Sorry, fucking our area, our half, to fucking get the ball there.
This is what I mean.
How fucking deep is it? He should not be coming there to pick the ball up.
No, but this is what I was saying about him and Chris Wood earlier. That's what he does, but a lot higher up the pitch against like the lesser
where
team.
Tarky's got the ball now is where he come to pick the ball up, but on the other side, it's fucking nonsense.
It's just City pressing, isn't it? That's all we can do. Phil says, did we find out if Fulham was 3-0? I'm just checking now.
No, it's 2-0 still.
So Simon's lying. Yeah, it's 2-0 still. Everybody put an F in the chat because Simon's a liar. That's
It's showing it again, Joe. That's a pen, that.
Oh, sorry, I took my eyes off it.
No, it's showing it now. It is, mate.
Don't know. I'd still say no. I don't know. It's just the way he goes down is just pathetic. I don't think Tarky kicks him with enough force to make him go down, but he feels the contact, so he throws himself to the ground. And all right, I know you'll probably just bring another example up of stuff where that happens and it's been given a pen, but I don't think Barnsley or Wood, I don't think go down in that situation because the force isn't enough to send them down.
Barnes always goes down.
Yeah, Barnes goes down, but not in that sort of context. He goes down when he feels
a
touch on his back.
Go on.
Hey!
That's a red. He's got to go.
Fucking yellow.
He's got to go there. Fucking Peters. What's Peters doing up there? That's a horror challenge.
That's a horror challenge. Someone needs to fucking kick him in the face again.
I can't believe that's Peters. I thought it was McNeil at first.
Yeah,
fair play.
He's probably thought, fuck that, I'm running. Joey Schilling says, just going back to...
Oh, he's staying down.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Right, we've got what's he called? Glennon.
Oh, fucking Glennon. You know
He's
what?
got a free kick against Grimsby. He's a good one.
He played for Grimsby, Dick. I've seen Glennon play live and he was class, but that were in League Two.
Oh, God.
We've got Bongo. Anyway, just going back to a comment I just saw from Joy Shielding, he says, in regards to your comment regarding redevelopment of the turf, Joe, how would you go about it as a Bob Lord is insanely restricted due to Harry Potter's way, and the cricket field end will probably end up not level with the long side, much like the Jimmy Mac? I'm not an architect, Joey, so in answer to your question...
We don't need to... I don't think we need to do all we need to do is just move the camera to the opposite side.
What I would
changing the ground because we're not going to fill it.
I don't, like I said, I don't necessarily think we should expand the ground, but I think we should make them two stands better. And by doing that, they're both that old and rickety. I think they need to come down.
Who's he coming on for here?
What I'd like to do, probably Vidra. Oh, he's coming on for J-Rod.
You can't argue with that though, because he's done nothing all game.
Yeah, but I think they're two very similar players, Vidra and Mumbongo. They're both just pace merchants. So what we're going to do now is put up, and them two are going to run at it. Anyway, Joey Shirley, what I'd like to do is, you know, the new corner stand. I would make sort of like a stand that goes all the way around, all the way connecting all the way to the long side, so all the way around at that heart, going as far back as you possibly can. Because the Bob Lord, I don't think it goes all the way back to the road. So make it go all the way back to the fucking road, not the road, the pavement, or something like that, and just make it go all the way around. And then I'll tell Burnley Cricket Club to fuck off. I'll give them £2 million and just say, right, that's our lad now. Piss off. You have the foliage rec or whatever, and then you've got all that land behind the fucking turf to play with. And then eventually you could do what Tottenham did, because you've got all that land behind the long side and behind the cricket field end. And what Tottenham did, I'm not saying build a fucking 75,000 seat stadium at all. Of course I'm not. But they used all that land to redevelop their stadium. And literally all they did is move White Hart Lane a bit to the left and just totally rebuilt it. That's something what I do. Not the rebuilding thing right now, obviously. That'll be in like 15, 20 years when we're world champions. But there's more space behind the Bob Lord that can be used that isn't used, I think. And then Burnley Cricket Club. Apologies if anyone from Burnley Cricket Club's watching. I do like go there for a beer and watch a bit of cricket. But I'm a lower house man now, unfortunately.
Come on the house.
Up the house. Burnley Club. I do like Burnley still. But yeah, that's what I do. But I'm not an architect. Someone will probably come in the chat and say, you're chatting shit, mate. That won't work for this reason. Fair enough. Dirk says he would have scored if Edison didn't take him out. Dirk, I think I said earlier you're a Liverpool fan. I'm not sure. You're definitely not a Burnley fan. I don't think any Burnley fan in the world would have thought Peters would have scored from there. That comment from Robbie about anti-footballs made me realise that it probably is.
Kieran Phillips seems to be quiet tonight. What's up with him?
I
answered his Brady question, and then he never come back. I thought I answered that quite well.
I think he's annoyed because Vidger's playing shit. Oh, Benson's
gone very quiet, hasn't he? He's got to come back to me with an answer on that, as Kieran.
If he's here, let's see.
And it looks like Laura genuinely thought that can't put up 90 minutes of us two, neither.
Yeah, Laura's gone quiet as well. Laura has gone quiet. She loves it, does Laura? I'm surprised she's gone, especially now you're here. Yeah, Joey Shilling says, fair idea that, Joe, as long as the cricket field end... Hold on, City are attacking. As long as the cricket field end doesn't end up like the wall. But yeah, I don't want that old... Remember that little shitty thing where they had the fucking shutters coming down? No, build a proper fucking stand and have it going all the way back. So it's like massive at the back, where obviously not the stand is massive, but Like there's loads of room for like, I don't know, fucking conferences, an hotel or whatever. I don't know, some shit like that. A casino, that'd be class. Just
fucking casino.
No, just sounds
We're
like a
not
casino.
fucking New York fucking Giants. We're fucking Burnley. Jesus Christ!
If you build a casino
road,
there,
get it onto the back. Give fucking Burnley
if you
pick
build
up
a
2 million.
casino
Big
there,
casino.
if you build
Jesus.
a casino there, you'd
We've got
100%
to put
go
Gala
to
Bingo
it.
down road.
You'd 100% go to it.
Would you bollocks?
I
Do you go
would.
Gala Bingo down road?
It was fucking bingo, not a casino. I can't put 50 on black at Gala.
It's the Mecca.
Fucking Mecca. It's shit. That's what it is. Joe Clark says,
you've been on something tonight.
do we have enough fans to fill this new stand? No, Joe, I'm not saying increase.
Joe's talking shit.
I'm not saying increase the capacity. I'm saying
you want to build up frigging main road, reroute off of Burnley town centre for roads.
Well, you know,
Jesus.
I didn't say no. You can go back to where they earn, where Burnley
you can't put the main fucking stand up main road, can you?
No, but you can. There's all that space behind the Bob Lowe. The Bob Lowe doesn't go all
and
the
I'm
way
the one who's supposed to talk shit.
The Bob Lowe doesn't go all the way back. Listen, Brady Player at year, you're still the fucking, still the word. Simon says a casino would be class. He didn't really say that.
I know he would not say that, would Simon? I know he wouldn't.
Simon wants an air salon there.
Cut while you watch. There's a slogan for him if he ever gets it.
There you go.
Cuts while you watch. You can have that, sir.
Charge you for it at least. Simon says they'd end up putting a Tesco Extra on it. They probably put one of them new petrol, you know, them petrol stations, Euro garages that they've just done at main roundabout. They probably put one of them there. No, I'll tell you what they put there. They put a fucking pound shop there. That's what they do around here.
Oh, Ross County's equalised the way at Hamilton.
Is that on your bet?
No, it's just on Sky Sports. It's been the only goal since half time, and it's 81st minute.
Laura's back, by the way. Laura says, "What's the score?" Laura, it's at the bottom of your screen. Come on. You are a seasoned TurfCast Watchalong watcher. You should know. Anyway, it could be 3-0 here. City attacking.
I'll tell you what, it's not actually been that bad, this game. I'll be honest.
Since we've gone 2-0 down, we've done all right.
We could have had a full-strength team out and got beat 5-0.
Well, we normally do. We normally have a full-strength team out and then get beat 5-0 anyway.
That's a silly tackle from Stevens. There's no need to do that there.
Stevens, in it.
It's just that is a pointless free kick. What's the point?
You do that at first minute. Not now.
Not in 83rd minute when you're 2 down. Everton scored away at Leeds.
Oh, get it in. I'll take that. There was a Leeds fan watching early, to be fair, so apologies, mate, but I'll take that. I still think Leeds will score. Graham Catlow's put it in the chat now. He says Everton won up. I love it how everyone's just telling us that Everton have scored. Brilliant. Laura says she assumed the banner at the bottom was out of date, so she thought it'd have been foul. Have you turned it off then, Laura? You're on Hinge or something now, see if you can find the new agent.
Yeah.
Gicky Metroid, Icky with a punk face, says, when did Stevens come on? About 20 minutes ago, I think, mate. Quite a while ago. Brighton are playing Liverpool tonight. That's a result we really need to go our way, to be fair. I think it will. Dirk, if you're watching, do you guys... By the way, I'm just going back to a Dirk comment. Sorry, Dirk, I missed that one. It says, do you guys only stream Burnley games? Yes. The page that you're on at the minute is just a Burnley page. I might start doing stuff eventually on a different page or doing other games. Get the lads involved if they're up for it, but I'm not sure because I work so much. I barely get to do Burnley fucking games. But while you're here, Dirk, don't forget to subscribe.
It might be Dirk Kuyt if he's a Liverpool fan.
Yeah,
alias.
Yeah, it could be. His picture is Dirk Kuyt hiding the Champions League trophy, as he pointed out to me earlier. I can't see it on this stream.
It might be him.
If it is Dirk, put something Dutch in the comments.
He's wiped him out again, is Stevens.
Oh, Stevens, fuck off, mate. Oh, he's just been done there, to be fair. He's just been absolutely sold. Laura says the stream was shit, so she sacked it off, and Hinge isn't looking promising tonight. Laura, is Hinge better than Tinder? Like, why are you on that one? He said, or do you have like a dating app folder on your phone where you just go through them all and see if anything's happening? I don't know. It's a new one for me. Is Bumble a dating app as well, or is that... I don't know. I sound like an old man now, so I'm going to stop. Anyway, free kick to City. Oh, he's took it shit. She says she's on a mole. Suppose you got time. Cut me arse with that. Swaps it. That was funny. I could be arse with that.
What? Swap?
Yeah, just that's how you do it these days. It's not for me. What's wrong with good old-fashioned? What's wrong with good old-fashioned Facebook poke? Eh? Those were the days. Give me a poke on Facebook. Sorry, do I know you? Those were the days. Ryan Collins is singing a song about Mumbongo.
Oh,
it's Mumbongo! And, and I always believe in you. You have to wait till he scores, mate. Oh, he's been booked. What's he been booked for? There, I missed it.
Being shit.
Bonjour is not Dutch, Dirk. That's French. So you failed your task.
It's again. What is he doing?
There's been a lot of stupid challenges, haven't there, in the last 10 minutes?
Pointless. What is that about? It's really disappointing.
Yeah, you know what, mate? I made a graphic. I made a goal graphic, right? I made it before the Chelsea game, after the Villa game, before the Chelsea game. In them 2 games, I've not been able to use it. But in them 2 games, I've not even had a fucking shot on target.
That's the thing. Just on Sky Sports here, Brentford, before they kick off, they're doing a minute's silence on penalty spot for Captain Tom Moore. We didn't do all that, did we?
We did a minute's applause.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think
notice. Right, I weren't here then, were I?
No, I think we'll still starting the stream. I think you just went.
I was still putting fire out in my kitchen.
I think you were faffing.
Yeah, probably.
I love Laura's little dating story, so I'm going to read it out again. She says, I had a Facebook poke off David Edgar back in the day. Worked at St. James's Park at the time, and the lads were like, yeah, classic Dave. Must have been known for a snake. I tell you, he's a snake, and he's sort of like from my sort of like industry. You know, David Garrido, the Sky Sports reporter, he's a bit of a snake. So, Laura, if you fancy a bit of Sky Sports report of Bumble banter, then give that one.
It'll have to be an off-air one with you, Joe, so I apologise to the listeners, but I've got a story about McNeil.
Oh, that's very interesting.
Yeah,
I'll leave that in there before we get done for slander.
That's exactly. That's why I'm not saying much more. And I'd be doing the same. I'd be saying, well, I've mentioned it then. And yeah, I shouldn't have said out.
Ryan Collins says Carl Lafferty was a huge snake. And I tell you what, I went to uni in Preston, and somebody who was a fucking massive snake was Sean St. Ledger. Honestly, when he played for Preston, right? When he played for Preston, I used to go to Lava Ignite in Preston, and their Lava Ignite were massive. I don't know if anyone ever went to it.
Yeah.
You go onto the floor. Yeah, it was fucking class. You go onto this floor, right? As soon as you walk in, you're like, is this it? There'll be some doors. You go through there, bit bigger. You think, oh, it's decent. And you go through the fucking final doors, and fuck me, the size of that dance hall, a massive chandelier. But every single time I went in there, Sean St. Ledger were there drinking a fucking blue VK, flirting with up Unibirds. And so many times I wanted to go up to him and say, like, what did Andy Gray say in your ear at that moment? But I never had the fucking guts. You know me. I sit in the corner and just fucking not talk to anybody.
Keith Tracy is another one. We've got a story on him.
Well, do you remember that time when his Twitter got hacked and it was his arsehole as a profile picture? That was class. That was funny. That I can say that because it were out there.
It is mad though, isn't it? Like if you're a footballer, like, you see some of these models who share stuff, don't they? You just see like a footballer put them like eye emojis looking like sideways, and it's like
it's so easy, isn't it, when you're a multi-millionaire? I remember
if Michelle Keegan puts a post on her Instagram and I put 2 eye emojis, she'll be like, "What's this freak doing?"
You'll get blocked, and then fucking Sarah kicking off and be sleeping on stuff. But weren't there a Paris Saint-Germain footballer, right? An Instagram model just put a post up of her arse and tits or whatever, and he just put, "I am whatever my name is, come to me." And then she just fucking messaged him, and now they're going out. It's just, honestly, it's ridiculous. And what makes me laugh is, like you always have a go at all these like little fucking geeks behind football pictures on Twitter. They make me laugh in that because they've tried it so many times. They'll put like a screenshot of him saying like, "I am Dave, come to me," and they just block him straight away. It makes me laugh. Phil says he's seen Sean St. Ledger and Richard Cresswell in Tokyo Jaws and Squires. Tokyo Jaws is what Lava turned into. Lava Ignite bought Tokyo Jaws. So there you go. So he was still obviously knocking about when I were at uni. Laura says Sean Wright Phillips kicking off at closing time, threatening to buy the bar to keep it open. Live for football gossip. Simon says man of the match. I don't do them when we get beat, mate. I know you like to, but I don't do them when we get beat. Johnny, if you want to pick one, you can.
What's that, mate?
Man of the match?
He's the one. Tarky.
Any particular reason?
He's been better than the other 10.
And no one stood out for me, so I'm not going to pick one. I'm not going to pick one. Yeah, TJ's before Lava. Yeah, those. I went to uni in Preston in 2006. So it had turned into Lava Bar then, but it was fucking massive. I don't even know if it's still open anymore. I've not been to Preston for years. Not been on a night out in all.
Go on. Well done, Peters.
Mikey K says, who's next up for Burnley? Brighton, mate. So fingers crossed we can get a win there.
When is that?
Saturday or Sunday.
So it's Saturday at 3 o'clock, isn't it? Yeah, it is.
Are you free? Are you free for a watch along? Or do you want me to put it in the group chat?
I just need to double check. We've got some house viewings on Saturday, so I just need to know what times.
Fair enough. Anyway, there it is. The full-time whistle. Burnley 0, Manchester City 2. We'd have all took that, I guess, before kick-off. It weren't 5-0. We haven't been disgraced. At least we didn't lose 9-0 like Southampton have twice in a year. But let me know your thoughts on the game in the comments. Everybody who's watching on the comments now, please let me know your thoughts on the game. And just before me and Johnny give our thoughts on the game, I just want to point out that we do have the fan reaction. We are always looking for new people. There's plenty of people vocal in the comments of this watch along. Laura, Joey, Joey's missus, Matt Lawcock. If you want to get involved and stuff, I'm more than happy for you lot to do it. Please feel free. Just send me a video of you chatting about the game for 1 minute to 3 minutes. And then you will be in the fan reaction show, which goes out on YouTube tomorrow. And then you will also be in the next podcast. But get your comments in. Let me know what your thoughts on the game are. We will now discuss it as well. Johnny, what were your thoughts on the game?
I don't think you can be. It weren't too bad, to be honest. Let's be honest there. Thought it could be. I said 4-0 at the beginning. When the first goal went in, I thought the floodgates are going to open here, and it's going to be potentially 5-6-0. But to say what players we have out and the way we performed, I don't think that was too bad, to be honest. I'd have took that all day long. We weren't disgraced. We weren't battered. It's not like we've been pumped 8-0 and we're going to Brighton with no confidence. I think you can take a lot out of that. It's just the simple that Pope. He's been world class for me the past few games, and then he goes and does something like that. You're like, that's the big disappointment that you can take out of that game. But it's just the squad depth. You can't expect to do anything when you're bringing Bongo or Stevens and Benson on at 2-0 down at City. The writing's on the wall, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you, like, man. When that goal went in after, 2.5 minutes, we've held City until half-time before. We've gone in against City 1-0 up at the Etihad before, admittedly in the FA Cup when Ashley Barnes scored that time, and we've still lost 5-1, 5-0 every single time. So when that goal went in, I did think we were gonna get absolutely murdered. I thought we could be on for even a 6 or 7 at this point. But yeah, I'd have took 2-0 at the start, and I'd have definitely took 2-0 when that first goal went in. But the second half, I don't know if City took the foot off the gas or what, but the second half, I'd have. I thought we were better. We were never really troubled in the second half, really, apart from the goal that got given offside. So I think we've done all right for the second half. Just get your comments in, like I say.
It's just we've had no shots though on target again.
Yeah,
that's
again,
the other thing.
But we don't have our main two strikers on. I know some people say Vidra and Jay should be our main two strikers. I don't think we should.
It's a good point though. Now, isn't it? You can clearly highlight Vidra and Rodriguez. It just doesn't work.
Yeah, I know, but it's City, innit? Like, I you know me. I've said.
Yeah, you got to prove a point
all the time. I say all the time. My two are Wood and Jay, and I'll stand by that. I still think it's Wood and Jay, but I'm not gonna go to the point where I say now Jay and Vids don't work because they've had one game against City. I think you need to, if you want to say they don't work, they need to have like an extended run in the team and maybe play against some lesser teams. They're just showing that penalty again.
It's a penalty, is that?
There's a kick there.
It's a penalty, isn't it? Right,
I'll say there's a kick there. Is what I'll say.
That we're up there as your fucking no penalty. We're up there with your fucking but a casino up back at Bob Lord.
I just said maybe a casino, something like that, something to get people in. But Nathan Martland says that was definitely damage limitations. The second half, I think it were, weren't it, mate? I think we've learned those lessons of playing against City. I think there's been so many times where we've looked okay, and as Johnny said earlier, 70th minute it can be 2-0, and you think, oh, you're not too bad, and the next thing you know, 75th minute it's 5-0. So I think we've learned his lesson there. Laura, I have seen your comment about Mario Balotelli. We'll discuss it after I've done the match reaction, so everybody in the chat can hear it and watching the stream. So don't go anywhere, Laura, if you are still watching. We'll just do the match reaction, and then I'll ask you about that. If you don't want to discuss it, that's fine. Just DM it to TurfCast because I want to know what's going on. Nathan Martland says, no, it weren't Nathan Martland, sorry. James Smith says Wood is out for the rest of the season. I'm not sure he is, mate. I've not heard that anywhere. Don't know where he got that from. And Nathan Martland is asking that question as well. I don't think he is. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I think we've said all we can, really. We were always going to get beat. We've got beat with a respectable scoreline. The good news is that Leicester have won as well. They're just about to show the league table on BT Sport, so I'll talk.
It's the goal difference as well as a big thing.
We were saying that at the start, weren't we?
Yeah. Like, look at his goal difference there. It's obviously minus 15. Brighton below us -6, and that Newcastle's. If we'd have tumped there, fucking 6-0 or something. Yeah,
well, that's what we said, didn't we? But that's what I was saying earlier. Like, we've dropped down now to that. But there's so many times when Newcastle lost a game this season by 2 or 3 goals, and then we've gone above them because of the goal difference. So it's a good job that.
It's like with Solskjaer yesterday. They were going on about what he said after the game. They mentioned that. We just kept going. He's like, well, yeah, we lost out on the title to goal difference the other year. And it's true. You can't... If you've got... They're saying that they were a wounded animal with Southampton. They were fucked. Just keep going. And I'm surprised City, to be fair, didn't get as many goals as they did today because they could have... And I think Guardiola would be disappointed that they didn't score 5-6 goals today because that's normally... Goal difference plays a massive part in football now.
Yeah, I think as I said earlier, we've learned from our mistakes. Laura says she's going to DM the message. Unfortunately, she obviously doesn't want to put it out there. She did say earlier it makes her look bad.
What's that?
I'll go back to Laura's original comment. She obviously won't mind me reading it out. I won't put it on the screen. But she did say, I have another story, like dating sort of that story, porking story, whatever. I've got another good story, but it makes me look very bad. Although my involvement was actually completely innocent, Balotelli related. I've asked if she wants to put it in the story.
Ooh,
read it out.
I could hazard a guess at that.
Can you?
I'm not going to. Yeah, I'm not going to.
You're not going to? Yeah. Okay. Laura, DM it to the page, please. I would love to hear the story. Honestly, people are that... Even Robert Benson. Like Robert Benson's Robert Benson's a good lad. In his 50s or 60s, he wants to know.
Good.
Gossip.
That's good. The game's been average. Everyone's been communicating with each other, and that's what you wanted, isn't it?
That's what we want, and that is. I'll say it again. That is why I set up TurfCast. I want it to be a page where people talk in the comments, and that's what exactly people are doing. People are now, I won't say meeting people, but like Joey Schilling, Laura Battone, Robert Benson, Nathan Martland, all these people are in the comments chatting all the time, and then next time they'll see them on whatever. And then they'll recognise the face and the name, and that's exactly what I want. But Laura, don't forget, send the message, please.
You've no doubt, as soon as people realise Laura on dating apps, they'd have been trying to find
100%. I reckon 3 or 4 people have set something up today. Like, let's try and find that Laura. Just search her on Instagram. She's on Instagram, so just search her on Instagram. Anyway, I'm not advertising Laura. Why am I doing that? Is there anything else you want to add, Johnny, before we go?
No, thanks for having me, mate.
Happy days. Robert Benson says, we're on your side, whatever. Cheers, Robbie. He's probably on about Laura, but I'll take it as me. But yeah, that's it for this week's stream. Thank you, everybody, for watching. We'll be back for the Brighton game on Saturday. I'm not working. Johnny might be available. Simon probably will be. He don't do anything on Saturdays. Jared probably will be as well. So we'll definitely have a stream. And hopefully I'll be able to get a pre-game show as well, because I'm not working tomorrow. I'm working Friday, or I'm not working Saturday. Excuse me, fingers crossed we can do that. But I'll just advertise it again if you haven't already. We do have the fan reaction. Like I said, there's plenty of people who always put their opinion across in here and always say they want to, talk about things and stuff like that and put their opinion across. If that's what you want to do, then please film yourself chatting about the game for 2 or 3 minutes on the fan reaction and send it us in. You'll be in the fan reaction show and the pre-game show. But that's it from me. That's it from Johnny. And we will be back on Saturday at 3 o'clock for the Brighton game. See you there.